Hello again, Andy with Handy Andy Handyman. Handy Andy on Demand, our small repair company for all the little handyman stuff. But we are out today on an inspection repair bid on a beautiful property in Deerlake. We've done so much work in Deerlake over the years. It's hard to believe these houses are 25 years old now, and we've worked on them almost since the beginning. So we have a long history. In fact, we worked on this house a number of years ago. It's probably 10 years ago. We've got some repairs on this house. And so we're out for an inspection repair. So we're only looking at those items that the buyer and seller have agreed to go ahead and get repaired. And so on this one, we're actually out for the seller. A lot of times we come out for the buyer as well. So it just depends. Sometimes we have both agents calling us at the same time, which is kind of interesting, but the bid is always the same. And so again, we're just going off the inspection report. So the inspector has cited a bunch of rotted wood. So we got a little bit of rot here on the brick mold on that upper garage window. On the lower garage window, if you're an agent, you're a home buyer or an owner, you're gonna be told all the time that this window cannot be repaired. This lower sash, whenever you see wrinkling like this in the wood, this is a window that was rotted the last time, and they puttied it, and this is why you don't putty things. They're just a short-term fix, and so when they sealed it with putty, the wood fungi kept eating, and now we just have to router out that bad wood and actually replace that piece all the way across. We're the only company in Metro Atlanta that'll fix that window with real wood. And then on these types of repairs, we have a lifetime of ownership warranty. So that will go to the buyer on this particular project, because we're really, even though the seller will be paying for it, we're going to technically be working for the buyer here at that point. The right window, again, you see the wrinkling right here. And whenever you have this kind of wrinkling, it's going to be the inside piece as well. We get a lot of customers will ask us about using synthetic materials, and we never do. The trim on the outside of your windows like that is sacrificial. So the caulk is going to fail. Even my caulk is going to fail at some point. Ours won't ever rot, because when you look at a piece of wood, there's 6 faces to that piece of wood. And here the contractor that built the house only painted what you see, which is the 3 edges, and probably the back edge behind this shutter isn't painted either. When we pull that off and make an angle cut to repair it, our piece will be back primed and sealed on all 6 sides. It'll never rot again. On this right front corner right here, the gutters need to be sealed. On these corners, you can see the rivet through the bottom. It never did. So this is rotted out 1 or 2 times already, this fascia board. If it was back primed and sealed, it would never rot. But again, they only paint what they see. So here we're just repairing the fascia. As you come around the house, slightly elevated water readings, moisture readings around this window right here in the stucco. And so usually when people are buying houses like this, they're doing a stucco inspection report, and then they're doing a home inspection report. So really the issue here on this window is there's a little bit of rot here in this corner on the radius molding, and then here on the left and right sides, the brick mold and frame, and the bottom of that sash window is a difficult repair, but we will repair it. Once we do that and seal it up, back prime it and paint it, won't be any more moisture in that area right there. Here, the things that baffle me with contractors, this was repaired previously, and so you can see what happened on this. It's got a horizontal cut right there, and see the wrinkling on that front piece? So that's rotted out further now, up this way. This is wrinkling, I can push my finger in. They pieced in this little piece right here instead of piecing all the way across and making an angle cut. They didn't back prime and seal it, so this inside piece is rotted now too. So here we're repairing the left frame, the left and right inside frames. That's stuff that was all puttied before. This window to the right of the front entry, here again, we got that lower sash piece is rotted, so we'll repair that with wood. When we step back out here, when you repair noses, you can't ever piece it in. And so this is a custom nose. You can't buy it in the store. So our carpenters will actually set up shop here and we'll make our own wood. When we're seeing repairs like this one, where they made a horizontal cut, it's not rotted out, but our guys are here, so they'll repair that for free and not charge the customer. You can see we're starting to rot at the bottom anyway. This right brick mold is rotted. You can put your finger right into it. In fact, you can see where the inspector did just that. See that gash? If I push in here a little bit harder, it didn't look so bad before he started it. You see it's open right up now. And you can see where they pieced in the nose right there. That's just going to cause leaks into the stucco. So we're replacing the entire piece. And fortunately, we have the skills to do that. On the right side, or left corner, I mean, of this front of the house, you're going to see the same thing. This fascia up here is rotted because the gutter needs to be sealed, and so we'll take care of that as well. The frame and left and right sides of this frame are rotted down here. And again, we're just going off what the inspector asked us for. So you can see this a little bit closer right here. And again, the last time it was painted, the painters just puttied it, and now it's, guess what? It's rotted out again. Nothing major about that. In here, there were slightly elevated readings in the stucco right here. And when you go into the deck, you can see why. The flashing's cut a little bit short. So we can either seal it with caulk, or we can add a custom built flashing plate that'll keep the water from getting in there anymore. And you normally can see that when you walk the house and you look up, you should see some bent flashing coming over here. You can see a short edge. There's none in this corner right here. And this is where the moisture was slightly elevated. And it's just a precaution with stucco. You don't want moisture getting in there. It's gonna draw termites and carpet grants and all that kind of stuff. But all these repairs are fairly standard. When buyers get these inspection reports, they go crazy because they think there's something major wrong with their house, and there isn't. We'll tell you if there is. This window right here, again, they made a horizontal cut here. This piece is vinyl, so it's not going to rot, but they made this horizontal cut, and see what happens here. That's why I don't use vinyl. See it? Push my whole finger right through it now. It's wherever you see that wrinkling. So on this piece, we're actually going to replace this whole brick mold. If it's rotted on two edges like it is top and bottom on this window, this is at the terrace, the single window on the left side. The door over here has got a little bit of rot on the brick mold right there. This upper arch window, you're going to have to replace the nose. You've got some rot in all of these arch windows right here. And we'll detail it out. See the wrinkling on that upper piece? It's hard for me to get that angle, but whenever you see the wrinkling on it, you know that's what you got going on. Over here at the stairs, there's a piece that's just miscut right here with that horizontal cut. So when we see pieces like that, we don't even charge the customer. We're already here. We'll just fix it so it's done right. The master bathroom window, the top and bottom brick mold have both rotted. On the left door over here, it's got a little bit of rot in this front brick mold again. And here's that deck area, so you can kind of see where the flashing is pulled a little bit here. So there's some in this corner. Here doesn't appear to be any at all. It looks like they just cut it short. There's a little bit of something stuff back in there. So a flashing plate would just come over the top of this and kick the water away from the house. And that's really the best way to fix it, especially because it's a stucco house. This door is pretty good over here. The guys will get some caulk on it. They'll caulk in front of the door because we can't get the flashing plate underneath the door. They built the deck to it, but they can put a flashing plate right here. And it's not an expensive repair. This whole business that we do is a lot of stitching time saves 9, and that's what you want. You know, if you're like me, you don't mind paying the money to get the repairs done. You want them done right. And people that have worked on this house since us, the repairs weren't done right. You make a horizontal cut, it's just a temporary repair. Beautiful house though. I mean, it's always a privilege for us to work in here. And once we get in this neighborhood, people start calling us again. So we got a little bit on this side of the house. Might be hard to catch it in the video. Encourage our customers to walk the house twice a year and just catch things before they get expensive. It'd be hard to see it in the video, but right up here underneath that roof line, the soffit and fascia rotted up against the roof line. Same thing on this side of the house right over here. This one right here. And then there's a little piece of stucco needs to be repaired here on this little door jamb, and the brick mold replaced. Always look for the black on your house, like this right here. You know, this is actually synthetic. This is plastic. We don't use it. One of the reasons we don't use it, this should have rotted out to let you know, oh, I got this problem. We have this black. And so that moisture ends up going over time and gets inside behind the stucco, and then you've got a bigger problem. My brother and I run a crew of 30. It gets pretty crazy around here, so be patient with us. We do a little bit of everything. We've had this company going for almost 30 years now. We're in year 28, which means I'm getting old too, but I'm a 4th-generation contractor. We live for this stuff. We always have. You can reach us in the office at 770-912-2829. You can catch us online sometimes. You can catch me directly at 770-265-9017. If you're a real estate agent trying to get to us, just send the inspection reports, email them in with the amendments, and then just text me to let me know there's something there and we'll jump on it. Time is so crucial right now. A lot of these inspection reports, people used to get 10 days. Now they're getting 3 days because it's such a buyer's market. Houses like this will have 10 or 15 or 20 offers on them. It just gets really crazy. So, but anyway, just bear with us and be patient. I'm Andy with Handy Andy. See you at the next house. Bye for now.